So Falcon and Winter Soldier, set photos came out of John Walker, aka U.S. Agent, wearing a suit, and he has Cap's shield. Suit is very kind of U.S. Agent Captain America MCU mix, so that's great. You got Russell in there, really good actor. So this is so everyone's been talking. I've been talking this with a bunch of our fans on our Facebook. Go over there and subscribe about what's the deal with the shield. Is this a carbon copy of the shield, like Captain America, Steve Rogers' shield? Is this a ripoff that's not as good as metal, or is this Sam had the shield and it's been taken away? I've seen this debated a few times, and I think, I guess this is what I think, and I guess the reason I think this is because I think it's the best story, and I do think the best story is the government. Captain America's gone. They go to his two people, Bucky, Winter Soldier, Falcon, Sam Wilson. Where is he? They talk about, hey, he gave me the shield. He wants me to become Captain America. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. It would not be as easy as that and poorly written as that, but all this goes down, and they say, we don't think you can be Captain America. We need to control this, and you're going to give the shield. And I think that is, we've heard that is the story they're going with, as far as he is earning it. He has to feel that he really deserves this shield. And we've kind of, I think, since Comic-Con came out and what the show's about, that it's going to be a U.S. agent, very much like the comics, goes rogue, becomes a bad guy, gets too powerful, right? I think that's what's going to happen here. Falcon and Winter Soldier are on the sidelines. U.S. Agent is the government's. Look, this is our replacement for Captain America. We know he's missing, but don't worry, kids. We have Captain America, a Captain America light, and he'll still be able to save the day, and he'll be with the Avengers, and something will be wrong, whether it is a planned, like him becoming a villain, or whether it's he gets messed up. Zemo's around, so let's say this guy, because there's been times where U.S. Agent comes around and is a good guy, so maybe this guy has some medical stuff going on. He's getting experiments done on him, and it's a Blonsky sort of situation from Incredible Hulk, but maybe Baron Zemo sets it into motion. So, and I think that's the story to tell, that they take it away from him, because one, he's a human, and maybe you could make the case he's undeserving. Two, the government didn't pick him. And three, to be honest, and I've said this since the beginning, I think, and even Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie said, a black Captain America, I'm paraphrasing, but a black Captain America is very different than a white Captain America, and what he would have to go through and what he'd have to do. And I think that's 100% right, and that's what I want to see. If you don't want to see that, then I'm sorry. Just don't watch the show. Don't complain about it. For me, whether that's my show or Falcon Winter Soldier, for me, I absolutely loved what they did with Black Panther. I don't think they get enough credit. Yeah, of course, the ending becomes a huge battle that's very superhero-esque. But those trailers really did not show any of Killmonger and his true motives and his true desires and his wants and his motives behind his motives, how he got to his motives. And when Race came, especially the first 10 minutes, it was huge. I think it was handled really well. And I think it's important because not only just for, some, woke and SJW, got to talk about diversity. Not only that, it just is, times are changing, but they still haven't changed enough, and that should reflect in the world. And that gives it like a verisimilitude, as far as the MCU has always been trying to replicate the real world we're in, right? As far as there's some shades to it, but they drop movies, they drop references, and of course then they scatter off as far as, there's an Infinity Gauntlet, and there's the Hulk, all this stuff, right? But they try and make you feel like you are in this world. Like I said, verisimilitude, where it is sets the rules of the world and you feel like it's there. And that would work as far as, one, our real world, because race and things like that are still a big problem, especially because people, I was talking with one of our fans, Sam wouldn't let them take the shield. And I went, well, maybe he didn't let them, and maybe they took it from him. It's not like that's something that hasn't happened in America or in the past many times, especially with race, right? And that's where, one, you can get the story of, he's just a normal guy and they don't feel like he could be Captain America, but it doubles as far as, is it, and maybe it could just be subtly implied, I don't know, but it doubles as far as, is it, because you're human, you're not good enough to be Captain America, or is it because you're a black man and these people feel, no, we need our Captain America post-birth to be white? I think there's tons of issues and tons of things that, for me, if that doesn't interest you too, are cool, but for me, that is something that is great storytelling and something that's better than just a comic book, hey, it's evil Captain America versus his friends. That's great, and I do want that, and that can be for the action, but you look at, to me, like a Black Panther, you look at something like a Joker, these movies that are getting more acclaim, getting bigger, movies that are broadening the horizon, comic movies, are touching upon real-life things. And for people, if they don't like that, guess what? There's decades and decades worth of TV shows and comic books and already movies made that don't touch any of that, are not political. I think most movies are always a little political, but there's ones that are just the sock 'em up, beat 'em up, sort of superhero movie. I want something that's always more. I'm fine with the former, but we've seen that before. Let's get something else. And if it can kind of take ties from Black Panther and use that to its advantage, sign me up. And this is always, the more I see about it, I had said this when they announced it early on. At first, I was like, oh, I don't know, but the more and more they talk about it, and then after Endgame, I get so excited for the show. And I can't remember, me and Dylan and Kirklin did a ranking of all the Phase 4 stuff, and I think it was pretty high, but it might have climbed from them because they're doing a really good job. And this U.S. agent stuff, the suit looks good, it looks movie quality, and seeing that shield's like, okay, we're really getting some stuff here. I know there's still debate if Sam's actually gonna be Captain America. I hope he is because if he just stays the Falcon, fine. But I just feel like they've made it pretty clear that he's gonna be Captain America. I know people have problems with the replacements and whatnot. For me, it's kind of like a Robin to Robin, Batman to Batman. It's fine as far as you make your own identity. So I hope that happens. But yeah, very interesting that John Walker photo. So what about now? And with the Thunderbolts, like I said, they're gonna talk about the GV. I think you got Zemo in there for sure. I think gonna be kept around. Daniel Bruce is a good actor. Maybe U.S. agent. Maybe he does go psycho, and maybe they put him there as far as like a kind of redemption rehab sort of way. But he can't be with the really good guys like the Avengers. And I think Taskmaster is, I think, because Thunderbolt is in there, Thunderbolt Ross is in Black Widow. So I do think one of the end credit scenes or that movie could set it up. It's in a time frame where it's not too far from Infinity War and Endgame. Obviously, the world went to shit, so maybe the program stopped. But I think Taskmaster, if they do a good enough job, they make him relatable. I think his power of mimicking would be a very fun addition to like a heist bad guy, Marvel Suicide Squad in a way team up. And I've always said that Ghost, I think from Ant-Man 2 is definitely a candidate. So very interesting to see what they're going to do with that. And I just like that the Thunderbolts could be coming.